Hello some people, I hope you are all doing great. Today I'm gonna demonstrate you how you can invoke a flow from a LWC component. So let's get straight to it. First of all, we will be creating a reusable LWC component, and that reusable LWC component will be acting as a child component, and this will invoke the flow. And secondly, we will be creating a parent LWC component. The parent LWC component will be holding the reusable child component. You can see I have written in here as container. Alright. And lastly, the flow will be invoked. So I want to give an overview how this is gonna work. First of all, we'll be passing some data from the parent component. For example, the API name of the flow and when to fire the flow. And based on the data from the parent component, we'll be calling the flow from the child component. We'll be also passing the record ID and also list from the parent to the child, and child will be passing those information to the flow builder. And these are the steps. First of all, we will be designing the LWC component, the child component, after that the parent component, and finally we'll do the testing. And before going to the code implementation, I would like to show you the flow itself. So this is the flow I have already created, and here you can see there's a variable, collection variable, list of cats. I'll be passing some cat names, and I have checked the available for input box because I will be giving the data for this variable from our LWC component. Alright, and I have created another variable which name is record ID. So I'll be passing the current record ID to the flow builders too. And I have also checked in here available for input. And this is just a screen flow. As you can see here, the start. If I click on the initial screen, here you can see all I did to print the record ID passed from our LWC and the list which will be also passed from our LWC. Okay, so let's go to the implementation phase. First of all, I will be creating the child LWC component. I will click on the create lightning up component and I will name it as flow invocation. I won't be needing this test folder, so I will just delete it. And from our HTML, to save some time, I will just copy and paste a template. So here you can see I have just basically pasted a model. Okay, this is just basically a model with a template if option because we'll be rendering it conditionally. All right, and there's some header. There's some divs inside here, container. There's a button for closing the model. So I think you can see the codes and you'll be understanding yourself. So it won't be an issue. And what I'm gonna do right now, I will be invoking flow inside this div. All right. What I will need to write, lightning flow. Okay. And inside I will be first writing on status change. Okay, so what is actually this do? Based on the status change, we'll be calling a method. Okay, so whenever the flow status is changed, we'll be calling a method inside here. And after that, we have to give the flow API name. So which flow will be actually calling, right? So that calling flow or the API name of the flow should be in here. And lastly, we'll be passing some data, right? Flow input variables. You have to write as I write, like there can be no change or no mistake in here. If you do, then your flow won't be working. All right. So we have created the basic structure to call the flow. This is the most important line because this line invokes the flow. And we need some variable or methods, right? In here, also in here, we have some blank spaces. So let's go to our JS file and create some variables and methods. First of all, I will be importing the API from LWC because we'll be needing it. API, let me write current record ID. I showed you in the flow that we will be passing the record ID of the record, current record, and after that I will be passing list of cats. Then API is fire flow. This is just a variable. Based on this variable value, true or false, we'll be rendering the flow. All right. And after that we'll let's give the variable for API name, flow API, and afterward API flow model label. This is basically the label for the model in the flow, and I will copy it to flow API name to here, and flow model label copy, and we'll be pasting it in here. You can see this is the header, and inside the header we are pasting the flow model label. Now what we're gonna do, we have a method in here, right, on status change. So we have to write the method on flow status change. We have to pass an event. Okay, if event detail status is equals to finished, that means our flow is completed. Then we're gonna do some steps in here, otherwise we don't need to do anything. So what we can do, whenever our flow is completed, we can destroy it, right? So to destroy, we can write another method or function, what you can say, destroy flow, where in const we will be creating a custom event in here, new custom event. I can name the event as destroy flow. After that I'll be passing detail. I won't be working with the detail, but I'm just passing it. It's fine. This dot dispatch event, and the event will be C event. And I'll be calling the destroy event from here. So I will need this because this is the current context. So what I'm going to do, or what I'm doing in here, based on the status change, as soon as the status of the flow is changed to finished, we'll be calling this method, the destroy flow. The destroy flow basically get a custom event and dispatch it, and this event will be catched by the parent LWC component, and after it catches the custom event, it will destroy the flow. All right. So if you have any confusion right now, those will be cleared out once we implement the parent LWC component. So till then, please have patience. And do we need anything else? Yeah, on status change, we can just copy and paste it in here. Yeah, we have another thing left, flow input variables. So we'll be passing two data, right? One is the record ID and another one is the list of cats, basically a list of string. So I will write get flow inputs, nothing needed in here, return, then name record ID. It should be the same, this one should be same as the flow one. Okay, So if you see in flow, the variable name is record ID, you have to give the name same as the flow, otherwise the data won't be passed. Type should be string and value these dot current record ID. We have declared this variable above, and after that we'll be passing, just format it. Okay, now it's better. Name should be list of cats, right? List of cats. Let me see if the pronunciation or spelling is all right. Yeah, list of cats, uppercase. Yeah. And type should be same, string, and value should be these dot, do we have, yeah, we have the list of cats. And this is the basic implementation for our child LWC component. All right, so I will try to deploy it. Hope it deploys successfully. Oh, there's some error. Should be an expression. Yeah, we have missed the on click. So this is basically a cross button. By clicking the cross button, we'll be destroying the flow. Okay, so to destroy the flow, we'll just copy the destroy flow here and paste it. And let me try to deploy once more. Yeah, still some no module, flow name, flow invocation. Okay, let me see what is the error in here. Main marker lightning flow. I think there's some spelling mistake. Yeah, there's some spelling mistake in here. GST lightning. Yeah, copy and paste. So let me try once more to deploy. It should be deployed, yeah. And I will be clearing the trailing space, the red. It looks neat now. Okay, so let me go to the slide. You can see we have designed the reusable LWC component, and now what you're gonna do will be designing the reusable, sorry, not reusable actually, the parent container. This one, the parent LWC component. Okay, so let's go back to the VS Code. What I can do, I can create a new Lightning Web component. I can name it just parent container. I'm just giving name as I like. I'm not following any conventions or anything. So whenever you implement anything, make sure you do follow all the good conventions, right? So first of all, here we have a parent container. We need a button, right? By clicking the button, we'll be firing the flow. So what you can do, we can go to the browser and search for LWC button. Hope something shows up in here. I'm going to the first link I have got. And this looks cool. Also, this looks good. Let's go with the brand one. This is the brand one. Copy. And let's go back to the VS Code. Paste. I'll close it. Format document. Okay. So what we got here, we can change the label to fire flow, because we'll be firing the flow as soon as the button is clicked. And below it, we need to call the child component. You can set embed. We are embedding the child LWC component in here. The name is, yeah, I think this is the name. This is the correct one. and we have to pass some parameters, which we'll be doing after a bit. Let's go to the JS file first because we need some variables. I'll be importing track API because we will be needing those. Okay, first of all, I'll create the record ID, and after that I'll be create another is fire flow to false. Remember, I did created a value in here is fire flow, so I'll be passing this from our parent, okay, to child. So by default it will be set up as false, and flow API equals to let me see the API name is the scheme flow fire from LWC. All right, so screen flow, you have to put the API name you have. Also, I will be giving the codes for the flow and the both the LWC, so you can try out with my implementation too. Screen flow fire from LWC, I assume it's okay to give semicolon in here, and after that I'll be creating another variable named flow label. And what I can do, flow from LWC. All right, so now I will be creating a list. Let's say track cat list, and first of all I give the cat name is Maria cat. Second one is Hafsa cat. Third one is Manha cat. I'm just giving some random names, don't mind me. And last one is Nishu cat. All right, and semicolon. We have created the list, and here you can see we are in the HTML file. We have a button, and on click on btn click, I'll be copying it. I'll be creating another method in here. On button click, I'll be toggling the value. Actually, it's not toggle. I'll be just setting up as true equals to true. That means our flow will be fired, the child component will be rendered. And if you can remember, we did create a custom event named destroy flow, so we need to handle it too, right? So by destroy flow, we have to get another method name, destroy flow model. I can name it as it is, and what we need to actually do is fire flow equals to false. That's all. We just need to update the value to false, then our flow will be destroyed. For this one also I need to give this. All right, and if we go to the parent container HTML file, you can see we have invoked the flow, but we are not passing any parameters, right? We need to pass some data to the child component. So how we can do this? First of all, we'll be passing the current record ID. This one I'll copy, and now Ctrl Z, copy once again, paste it, and here current record. I'm doing it this way because I'm making sure there's no mistake. And from parent container, copy, paste it. Okay, after this, what I need to do? Wait, it's showing error. Okay, let me just finish first, then we'll see again. Yeah, after that we have to pass list of cats. Copy list of cats, hyphen, lowercase, hyphen lowercase equals to, where is list of cats? Yeah, cat list, this one, copy and paste. And after that, what we need is Fireflow. Yeah, so copy, paste is hyphen Fireflow. We're passing this one is Fireflow, copy and paste. Current record ID, it is still showing as mistake. I think there's some spelling mistake. Current record ID, let me recopy it. Yeah, it's now fine. I think there are some issues with the caps lock. Current record ID will be the record ID. And we need to put one more thing. We have to take care of the custom event, right? So here you can see on the child component, the name of the custom event was destroy flow. So I'll just copy it and paste it in here. But before, I need to add on destroy flow. And we did get a method in here, destroy flow model. I will copy the name and paste it. So I think we're good to go for now. I'll just format it. So I will just give a recap. What did I do? I'm invoking the child flow. I mean the child LWC component in here, and I'm passing list of cats, also a variable which is Boolean variable. Also I'm passing the record ID, and finally I'm handing the custom event which will be fired from the child component. Let me deploy it. Oh, there's again one more error. Vanilla should be an expression. Where did I miss? Cats. I think we need to pass the flow API. Yeah, we missed it. Copy. Let me try once more. Yeah, now it worked. So we are done with the HTML part and the JS part, and I assume we need to do some work on the XML file because it's not exposed yet, right? Let's set as true in here, exposed true, and we'll be targeting target. We can target home record page for now. Let me retry to deploy. Alright, it's deployed successfully, and now we are on the third phase, the testing. Okay, so let's go to, for example, account. We'll be going to the record page, any record page. I will click on the edit page. It's not still visible, the custom component. Okay. Target to record page. Let me redeploy it. It came now. So I'll be dragging and dropping it here. Yeah, the button is visible. It's a good news. Save it. Changes saved. Okay, close, and I'll be going back. Let's see if our code works. So I'll be clicking on the Fireflow. Check generation, refresh it. Oh yeah, there's no input variables in here, so I have to copy it and paste the input variables. And is there anything else? Yeah, we have to expose the child component. Is exposed equals to true, and I'll just copy it. Copy, paste. I'll deploy it, and hopefully it will work this time, because I got to sleep. I'll just refresh it. Okay, let's try now. Yeah, it has opened successfully. Voila! So we have successfully implemented the implementation. We have passed this record ID. You can see the record ID in here. IAB. Yeah, it's same as here. And we did also create some list of cats. The list is also here. So if we now click on the finish button, this model should be going away. Click finish. Yeah, it's working. It's just right. If I click once again Fireflow and click on the cross button, yeah, it's just right. So we have successfully implemented the flow invocation from our LWC component. And don't forget to subscribe this channel, like, comment, and subscribe to see some more awesome and helpful videos in future. Thank you for being with me. Goodbye. Have fun.